Rob from Birmingham, UK says, hi, Dutch and James. Loving the podcast. Keep them coming. Question, I'd be interested to know what a wrestler's diet consisted of back in the day. The US is obviously famed for fast food, so is this how you all got by in the 70s and 80s? Any examples of great or disgusting food you came by in desperation on your travels on the road, or did venues provide your meals? How did you get your 5 a day? Hope this makes the cut. Best wishes to both. So, how did you feed yourself in the road? Let's stick with the 70s. Let's go for the formative years in the business.
You fed yourself.
So, fast
wherever
food
you
joints,
would want to stop.
No?
We would go to fast food joints because to sit down to get a meal in a restaurant took too long. Because we left as late as we could. So we want to spend more time at home. So say a trip you would leave, if you just drove it straight, would be, say, 2 hours. And you allowed, they say, 30 minutes to eat. So it's 2.5 hours. You don't have time to sit down in the restaurant. It could take an hour, according to how busy they were. And we would go to fast food joints, but Burger King or McDonald's or Krispy Kreme, or I kind of like the Krispy Kreme. But we would stop wherever you could get food, and we'd get it to go, and we'd take out and we'd eat on the road.
Well, how were you not all big fat fatties? Basically, you've just eaten fast food all day, every day.
Well, we were kind of. I mean, even the guys that worked out, they would still eat the same food. I mean, they would work it off in the gym, I guess. I don't know.
Did you ever, when you were on the road, pay attention to your diet, or was it just whatever it was, whatever there was?
Whatever was there. If there was a health food store across the street and McDonald's, I'd go to McDonald's. I'd go to McDonald's and I'd get me 2 burgers and a cup of coffee or a Coke, and I'd be good, and I'd go.
Where was the best place, if possible, that you could eat clean or relatively clean on the road?
Nowhere. We had truck stops and we had fast food joints. So take your choice. And, truck stops is, I thought that was worse than stopping at those restaurants like McDonald's and Burger King. So.
What did you think was the best fast food joint then? What was your favorite?
I liked, can't remember the name of it. It had the little burgers.
What, White Castle?
A Crystal or White Castle. I like those.
What was your order?
About 3 or 4 hamburgers and a French fries and a Coke, and that's it. I was gone.
Were there any particular chains that you liked at the time that are now defunct and no longer exist?
Does McDonald's still exist?
Yes.
I guess they do, yeah. No, not that I remember. Okay. They have some that have gone out of business, but they used to have a Denny's restaurant. You don't remember Denny's?
No, we never got Denny's here.
Yeah, well, they used to have a Denny's. I don't even know if it's still in business, to tell you the truth. But the only reason I ate at Denny's was because where I lived, they had a Denny's on the corner. So I would go down there sometime just to sit down and enjoy a meal, and it wasn't too bad.
Denny's still exists, by the way, I think.
Does it?
Yeah. So we've got another question, food theme. So Addy Simmer. I was reading about the Flying Dutchman burger, which has become a big hit in recent times. Burgers and cheese without a bun and caramelized onions are the bun. So one question is, have you ever eaten, or would Dutch ever eat one of these Flying Dutchman burgers?
I don't know. Anything with the Flying Dutchman name on it, I think is suspect. I think he said, where do you want to go? Let's go to Flying Dutchman's. I don't know about that. But no, I've never eaten there. And would I eat there? What is it? It's just a burger with some onions on it?
Yeah, no bread. I know you love your bread as well.
Well, I do like bread, but would I eat it? I would try it, maybe, but Is that an English thing or a European thing?
No,
or
no,
what?
no. I don't know. I don't know where this might be. He's got a second question anyway that's related. Says, is Dutch much of a foodie? What kinds of cuisine or dishes do you like eating the most? Thank you so much. So, what are your favourite dinners? Not doesn't have to be on the road or anything. Just in general.
They used to have a chain. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was buffet, totally buffet. And you don't see buffets anymore, I don't think, since they had the pandemic, and may have went out before then. But if we saw a buffet, we were up in that bitch. we would go there and we would just, especially when you're in a territory, you're not making a lot of money. You might not have enough money for the next meal, so you would go in there and you would chow down, and you can make as many trips back and forth as you wanted. But when you left there, you got your money's worth. I can't remember that Ponderosa was one, I think, that ended up having a buffet. You could order steaks there too, and Bonanza was another thing that had the all you could eat salad bar. But they did have buffets that, you could get chicken and this other stuff. They had a couple in Tampa that I really liked. I like food, but I do have a tendency to overeat. I do.
What about these days? What's your favorite meal, or region of food? I guess.
No, I like steaks. Still like steaks, but now they're so damn expensive here you can't hardly afford to eat them.
I can't believe you didn't say Waffle House back in the day as well.
Waffle House was a small. The reason we didn't go to Waffle House more, those little tables they had you sit at, it couldn't hold us. Guys were too big. I mean, you would sit right up on the table, and they only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 booths, and that was it. The rest of it, you were sitting at the bar. But it wasn't bad food, but it was good for breakfast, and that's it.
And you got some late night entertainment with Randy Savage occasionally as well. But that's a story it's a story we've told before.
No, but the Waffle House is famous now because of late night fights. And the reason it is because in a lot of these little towns in the States, it's a sobering up place. You go drinking and the bars close at 12 or 1. Well, you want to go get something to eat. Well, what's open? Waffle House. The TV weathermen I read, they used to base their predictions on the Waffle House. And they would say this storm is coming. If the Waffle House closed, it was going to be a bad one. But if they would stay open, well, it may be bad, but yeah, we can get through it. So yeah, I've seen a couple of fights in Waffle House. Savage was in one. I wrote about it in my book.
You can get signed at Dirty Dutch Mantell with 2Ls at gmail.com.
You certainly can.